Right, am I here? Am I here? Hello? Well, I think I'm live. Hello, everybody? Hello, hello? Somebody say I'm here. Oh, thank fuck for that. We'll edit that bit out. Okay, this is really weird. Hey. Right, so. All by myself. Right, here we go. So, it's about photographs. It is scary on your own. My heart rate is sky high. But hey, right. So I'm going to share a screen. Can you see that picture? It doesn't look like you can share that. See that picture. So share a screen. Share a screen. Right, there we go. Can you see that? Right, that is a picture of me. That one there, it is me. That is my sister. And that is my brother. It's probably the worst picture you could possibly have, but it is the only picture that we have, because my brother passed away when he was 15, nearly 16, and I was only 8. I was 8 in the February, and he would have been 16 in the August. So on that picture, I'm thinking I was 6 or 7. It's Christmas, and in my nan and granddad's, that's Christmas decorations up the top there. But yeah, as a photograph grows, it's not a very good one. It's very, very grainy. It's black and white. It's blurry. But it's one of my favourite photographs, purely because it's got the 3 of us on. It's not terrible. It's just one of those things that happen, and a lot of families lose people, but we've got the memories, and we've got. Is that better? I think I've muted it. So my next picture is nope, not that one. Not that one. That one. So we have this up, and we know who this is. This is Hen. This is a memory of our day out. It's not wonderful. It's, as a photograph goes, it's overexposed. It's a rock. It's a tree. You can barely see Hen crouching behind the rock. She's pretending to be a fairy. I reckon she's having a pee. But anyway, no, she was crouching behind the rock to pretend to be a fairy hiding in the woods. But it's one of those snapshots that you snap away. But again, it's one of those photographs that immediately gives you a memory. I've been very lucky. I've only lost my grandparents at the age after a good life. A very dear friend of mine at the age of 19, we both get ill with meningitis, and only I survived. That is, I'm very sorry for your loss. But as I said before, we do lose people, and it does hurt, but we're left behind to pick up our own pieces, and we move on as much as we can, and that's why we have photographs. So yeah, this was a impromptu visit. It's a memory of a visit. And that's why we take photographs, so that we've got those physical memories in our hands. I like black and white photographs too. I'm just learning to take them. There's a few on my Instagram. I've put up a few up there. I used to just take photographs and snap, even when we had to paint. Only good memories. No, that's good. That's good. Yeah, remember back in the day when we had to go to the chemist and hand a reel of film in and wait a week, and then you get them all back and there'd be a camera strap in front of the lens or a finger in front of the lens, and you'd be like, oh my god, that's useless. Or it'd be out of focus, so out of 24 pictures you'd get 3 that you could actually see, but you paid for it, which is why I really appreciate when things have moved on and we got digital photography. I use my camera, and my camera has 8 gigabytes of memory on it. And I was looking at a camera the other day and it had 64 megabyte smart card to go in it. And that was only 10 years ago. No, 15 years ago. And it was at 64 megabytes. And now I've got an 8 gig. It's just amazing how things move on. I've got hard drives full of photographs. I just take photographs all the time, everywhere and anywhere. So have either of you two, thank you very much for being here. Have any of you two got any photographs that you can talk about? Is that 64 gigs or 64 megabytes, Fanta? It can't be megabytes. It mustn't be megabytes. It must be gigabytes. Yeah, if you do take a lot of photographs, it's very hard to pick one or two that really jump out. Well, I've popped a link in if you wanna attempt to be on screen with me. I have a box of photographs from my teens. We were a group of friends who would stay over each other's houses and collected the breakfast club. I would always end up making breakfast for the masses. Ha! Fabulous. Oh, you've got 7,000 pictures of Chris Cornell. I think I've got 7,000 pictures of my kids. See, this is it. Years ago, we had a tin biscuit box, didn't we? And they'd all have the photographs in. And if we could be bothered, we'd stick them in a double-sided sticky album. My mum's got about 6 albums, all with different photos in, little black and white ones, instant one, Polaroid cameras. Yeah, of course, that makes you a shocking mother. That's absolutely shocking. Well, I'll tell you another story. I was supposed to be meeting my 2 kids and my husband, and we were meeting in a hotel because I was finishing work and we were meeting them. And I went into the hotel lobby and I'm looking around, and the fella said to me, "Can I help you?" I said, "I'm just looking for my sons and my husband." I said, "One's wearing a blue shirt, one's wearing a black shirt, one's got blonde hair, one's got dark hair. They're about 6 foot tall. Husband's got a check shirt on." He said, "Do you have a photograph?" So I goes through my phone, and I had 27 photographs of my motorbike and not one of my children. Isn't Now that's what you call being a bad mom. Not one child photograph, but 27 of my bike. I have hundreds of pictures of when they were young, but not as many when they got to their teens. Yeah, kids do that. They're like, what are you going to take another picture for, Mom? Have you got your camera out again, Mom? But I'm in the circumstance where I can't take a lot of photographs of my kids. Right, well, let's share another picture and have a little chat about that. So, these are my two boys. This is my living room. He is 18 years old and he is 21. It's only a small living room. Both of these are over 6 foot tall, and every Christmas, without fail, when they're together, they fight. It's only play fighting, it's wrestling. But I just sit there and I just take loads of pictures. You can't see who it is. I know who it is because I was there, obviously. But this one's got blonde hair, so this is my eldest. That's probably the only way I know who it is. Because I tell them, not in the living room. Get out the living room. If you need to do all that, get out in the garden. This is another shot. That's such a boy thing. My nephews are the same. Yeah, it's alpha male business, isn't it? Let's say who can beat each other up and who gets on top. My kid's dad and his two brothers would wrestle like that. Yeah, they do. It's the who's the alpha male. But that space that they're in, that's in the hallway. And you can see it reminds me of lion cubs in the wild. Well, yeah, when these two get going, I can completely understand. This is the front door, which is 2'6", maybe 3 foot wide. And this space is the same. And these two over 6 foot giraffes are rolling around in that space. And I'm on the stairs, just laughing at them, taking pictures. But if you noticed, it's my youngest one who's on top again, so I think he was winning. It's lonely up here when you're on your own, isn't it? Running out of things to say. We're all having fun. Oh, well, I'm good. Well, that's the whole point of my channel. Is hopefully make people smile. What if I've made somebody smile throughout the day? Oh, I have a visitor. Hello.
Hey.
Thank you very much. Ooh.
You're welcome.
Through the fog, I just want to let you know that Fanta is in America and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and she set her alarm to wake up to come onto this stream for me.
Yep. I was at the one yesterday, but
We're not talking about that one. That one didn't happen. No. Shush.
I'm sleep deprived. I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's you. Yeah, keep to that story.
All right. I was just looking at the pictures of your boys, and I was remembering. Do you know who Insane Clown Posse are?
No.
Okay. They're like a sort of like an underground rap group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Harley loved them. I mean, it's like little horror stories set to music. It's weird. Anyway, so one Halloween we painted them up because they paint their faces, and we took them trick or treating. And we get home, and Harley was so tired he passed out on the couch. I look over, and Hayden's got his pants down to his knees and got his butt sitting right on Harley's face. He's
Oh.
asleep.
Oh.
I swear I want to put that on their birthday cake next week.
Bet you wish you had a camera.
Oh, I did have. I have a picture of it. I just don't know where it is right this minute.
Oh, you're going to have to root that out. Oh.
I'll send it to you when I come across it.
Well, through the fog, the link's up there if you want to come in. You just
Yeah.
click the link and I let you in.
Yep.
Eventually.
Hey, you're doing great.
But yeah, but that's the thing. You look at a photograph, don't you? And as I said earlier, it could be the worst. It could have a camera strap. Years ago, it used to be camera straps. You have a camera strap over the lens or a finger. But if you could see what you were taking a picture of, it brings back memories. Or that split second of why you took that picture. I mean, you might initially look at it and go, if it's got nobody in it, it might be just a house, and you go, why have I took a picture of a house? What on earth did I take a picture of the house for? And then you look at it and you go, oh, I know why I took. That's where so and so lived, and remember such and such that we used to play in their back garden because there was an apple tree in the back. Whatever the memory was, but that's the whole thing about a photograph. Or you look back on them and go, oh my God, did I dress like that? Oh my God. Did we actually go on that fun fair ride that had no seatbelts?
I look back and go, oh my, I had a big part in killing the ozone layer in the 80s with hairspray.
Oh, I'd love to see those pictures.
Oh, I bet.
Was your hair that as long as it is now then?
No.
Was it spiky?
It was curly and teased up in the front. Did you do that when you took the brush and ratted it up in the front?
Yeah, you kind of backcomb it, sort of thing.
Oh, it's special.
No. In the 80s, my hair was crimped.
Oh yeah, I remember those crimping irons.
Yeah, or go to bed with loads of plaits in and try and undo them all in the morning.
Yeah. Well, my hair was had natural wave and curl to it, and then I went and got a perm. And so then it was really curly. I wouldn't go to school for 2 days because it was so curly.
Or almost like an afro.
No, it was just
like, or ringlets.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
More like ringlets. Yeah.
Go ahead. I was going to say I spent those 2 days washing and drying and washing and straightening, and it just didn't work.
Oh, we have another visitor.
Straightening, and it just didn't work.
Hi, through the fog.
Hi.
Can you turn your mute your YouTube?
Yeah, there we go.
We're all professionals here.
I'm multitasking phones and laptops, and it's all confusing.
I've got my phone on, so I can see what's going on there. But then there's a delay, isn't there? from
Yeah.
YouTube to StreamYard or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yes, yesterday through the fog, I attempted to do this yesterday, and it was a complete and utter, excuse the language, balls up. So we abandoned ship.
Oh dear. That doesn't fill me with confidence for tomorrow.
You'll be fine.
You did your last stream was excellent. I don't know what you were on about saying it was boring. It was very good.
Well, I think it's because my teenagers are used to people jumping around the screen and being all hyper, and they say, "Mum, your stream's so boring." Actually, my son doesn't. He always joins in.
Go on, Fanta.
I was gonna say I have to go back and watch it because I just subbed a little bit ago to her. Yeah.
I've got some good news, Fanta.
What's that?
I have 50 subs now.
50?
This is my 50 sub celebratory stream.
Hey.
And you, I have 2 people here celebrating it with me. My 50th sub.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I retweeted your tweet about being live. So
Yeah, I was on Rob's stream earlier this morning, and I did tell everyone that you were doing a live stream at 8:30 today.
Thank you very much. Hello, Kerry. Thank you very much for being here.
hey, Terry.
Hi, Terry.
We're just talking about photographs that mean something to us, even though they're not perfect. Like the one on the screen is my 2 boys trying to fit in a 2'6" square when they're 6 foot something. Because they usually get told to go outside in the garden, but it was raining, so. By the way, on that picture, he's 24. He's 27 this year, so that wasn't last Christmas, it was the Christmas before. So he's 24 and he's 27. And they're just rolling around in the hallway.
Is that how old they are in this picture, or are they younger in this picture?
In that picture, that's how old they are.
Oh, wow. They never change then.
Well, they don't. As Fanta said in the stream before, their kid's dad and their brothers would they just wrestle. It's like blokes getting together. They've got to see who's better, haven't they?
And their mom, it was so funny because she'd go right through all of them saying, "Robert Daniel Randall, stop it!" Because they'd be shaking her doodads on her shelves and stuff. It was funny.
Yeah, well, that it's like me. Get out now. Go and get in. You're too big. It's like too. I mean, look at the legs on them. Rolling around with legs and arms flailing everywhere.
Yeah.
So if I don't know if you're on my Instagram, aren't you, Fanta? I
am.
do an awful lot of photographs. I like clouds because clouds are relaxing. So that's another reason for taking pictures. I like seeing what shapes are there, and when I see something and nobody else sees it, I'm like, it's blatantly obvious. It's right there in front of your face. It's why can't you see that shape?
I see things in your pictures, like that one I told you, it looked like Voldemort was about to make an appearance.
That was a cracking one, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then the one that I saw, the Starship Enterprise.
Yep, I saw that. I'd gone in, I'd seen it. I was stood on the step having a ciggy with my mum. See, this is what I mean. You talk about a photograph, and it brings back the memory of where you were and what you were doing, doesn't it? Yeah. So I was having a ciggy on the front step with my mum at her house, and her house is a terrace street. It'd be right back near the hen. And I'd looked up and I went, "Oh, Enterprise!" Enterprise, Enterprise. And I just ran in to get my phone and come back out, but it had shifted a little bit. So I was trying to get a picture, but it was too far away. I was trying to zoom in. My mum's looking at me like I come from Mars. Don't tell me you can't see the Starship Enterprise in that cloud. And she was like, what's the Starship Enterprise?
Oh no.
Mother.
Are you my real mother?
But I know she didn't mean I know she meant it because she's not the sarcastic one in our family.
I don't know who could be.
My dad's really sarcastic. If he'd have said, I don't know what you're on about, I would have believed him. But then I would have gone, there's a tiny little glint in his eye, a tiny little smirk on the side of his mouth, and you know he's only messing. But he's very good at keeping a straight face when he's being sarky. Yeah, I take I took one the other day. I can't share it though. I took one the other day. I was chasing a pigeon, trying to get a pigeon in flight, and it was they're hard faced. They just walk up to you and like, yeah, right. It's like as if you're going to catch me. But I was chasing it around, trying to get it to not chasing, just sort of following it with the camera, and I was trying to get it to fly. But it didn't want to fly. I'm like, you little. But it spread its wings, and I got the picture of it spread its wings, and I caught it, and it's really clear. So I'll be putting that up on Instagram at some point.
You have
Just
to put a
tell
link to your Instagram. I haven't got it.
What's my Instagram? It's TJ. Is it TJ Prendy?
I believe so.
It's TJ Prendy, and it's a picture of the motorbike that's my icon.
Okay.
I put far too many pictures up. I do like photographs. That's why I chose photographs as my first live. It's a shame Snazzy's not here because she sent me a picture. I suppose I can share it. She did say I could share it, so we can have a chat about it. And she gave me a little bit of detail.
Yeah, so she'll probably watch back, won't she? And then she can see.
She can tell me I got it all wrong.
We'll just make up our own story.
We will. Right. So I need to go to that one, and I need to go that one.
Oh wow!
Isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
So what she's told me is that picture Dad took messages. Right, just sent you this. My dad took it of our old house years ago, back in the mid-80s. Mid-80s, years ago. God, that makes you feel old, doesn't it?
I don't want to talk about it.
The 80s, we wasn't there. It didn't happen. There's a story behind this photo, but that's for another time. This photo won an award too.
It is an amazing picture, isn't it? To catch the lightning just like that.
It is. In the UK, we don't usually get lightning like that, do we?
No, I remember it back actually in the 80s, though. We did get it more often than now. Normally it's just sheet lightning, but I do remember seeing some storms with fork lightning like that.
Was that when we lost one of the Seven Oaks? Was that in the 80s?
Was it yeah, it was in the 80s. I was at secondary school then, yeah. I was doing a project. We had to do a science project on a tree, and we followed it for a whole year, and mine got knocked down in the storm, so I was quite excited. But
Ooh.
apparently I still had to carry on with the bits that were left, and yeah.
You know, you didn't get out of it that easy.
No.
So she said that she's very proud of that photo. I know my dad would be very, well, she actually put fad. And then she said, Dad, not fad. My dad would be very proud to have you show it on your stream. He was a photographer too. So I don't know, but maybe it's brought up good memories of her dad sharing that photograph. Excuse me. But I can't see properly because it's behind glass and there's a reflection on it. But to have won an award, it must be a lot clearer than what we're seeing it. But you've got the silhouette of the house. So you've got the silhouette of the house, and I'm presuming this is a telegraph wire. And
there's trees in the background as well, you can see.
Yeah, those they look like fir trees, don't they? Because they've got a point, or a beech tree. But this lightning is just amazing. And she'd said, "Oh, stop it, Kerry." Kerry Louise has just written, I was born in the 80s, mid-80s, I'd have been a toddler. I'm just going to have to say, I'm going to ban these young ones.
Yeah. I managed to see almost all of the 70s, all of the 80s and onwards. So, yeah.
I was born in 71, so.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about that in the chat, I think.
I was born in 1969, the year it all happened.
That same year as my sister.
So, but I can't have a conversation with anybody in England about what happened in the early 70s because I wasn't here. My dad was in the forces, so we travelled with him. So I was.
Were you in Germany then?
Oh, we were in Germany then. 1975. 1975, we came back and we were based near Blackpool in Preston, which is like 20 miles up the road, if that, from where we are now. No, a bit more than that, 50. I'd say about 50 miles. And then
where does Liverpool get its name?
I don't know. I'll investigate. Years and years and years ago, like medieval times. This is one story I've heard. Apparently, there was a pond or a pool.
Okay.
Or something, and a cormorant, which is a bird, which is the only bird that's similar to a liver bird. And this cormorant was building its nest, and it was looking for a mate. So it had the branch in its mouth. I didn't exist in the 70s. Oh, stop it, Kerry Louise. You're going to go. I'll be putting you down for a nap in a minute. And that's where the story is, that this cormorant decided to make its nest, make its life, its home by this pool. I think there's something to do with the branches, is liver or liver or a livery branch or something like that. I think.
That's not where I thought this was going. I thought when you mentioned a pond or a pool, that is going to be shaped like a liver. I really did.
Okay. No, I don't. I think it's it's live. It's not. Well, although we say it's Liverpool, it's Liverpool
Yeah,
because
because I know that building you took a picture of, you called it the Liver Building.
yeah,
So I was like, okay, why is that Liver and then the town is Liver?
because we're Scousers and we can't talk properly. I do apologise to any Liverpudlians or Scousers or anyone listening, but why is it the Liver Buildings when it's Liverpool? Anybody want to leave a comment to clarify? I'm more than willing to accept any descriptions of why that is. I live not far from somewhere that is spelt. It's Derby.
Derby?
Yeah. Here we call it Derby.
Derby.
Huh.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, we've got a few names like that, haven't we? Like Leicester Square, and that should really be Leicester.
Yeah. The English language, Fanta, is a wonderful creature. It's got a life of its own.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can't go 5 minutes up the road without hearing a different accent, though, can you? There are so many.
There's 370 accents. No, there's 70 accents and 370, or that sort of ratio, dialects. But there's 4 different dialects in Liverpool alone.
Wow.
Because there's the South End, which is where the docks are, and that's very much guttural throat, the alright Chan,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. And then as you move south of north, if you move further inland, it starts going more squeaky. Alright cha, how are you la? Dead high pitched, and it's got a bit more of a swing to it, more of a rhythm. So somewhere in between those two, you get a sing-songy guttural thing going on. If you lived here for a long time, you could pick up where people lived. So they're from Bootle, they're from Allerton, they're from. Do you know what I mean? Because of the way that the accents just move a little bit. So
we have a lot of different accents over here too.
Oh, definitely.
You got mine, and you can hear the Southern in mine, but listen to Tammy talks about, and it's even way more Southern.
I love the way Tammy says Warner Brothers. It just creases me up every time I hear her say it. It's just so cute. But it's taking the P out of another person's accent, so I try not to.
I think she'd get a kick out of it. But yeah, whenever a Southerner hears you guys call us Yanks,
Yeah.
like, what? That's what we call people that live up north here in America. Places up north, like Chicago, or north of us anyway.
Well,
Chicago and stuff like that.
I've always thought my education, which is probably wrong. So if I'm upsetting anybody in any way, shape, or form, please refer to my teachers. But Americans, the whole of America, are Yanks. Right?
Yeah.
But you have the rebels, which is the South. And I don't know what the North are called, but that's what I was
I got a
brought
name
up with.
for.
Hmm?
Well, we're Yanks to you guys, but here in the South, we're just Southerners
Northerners.
or
That's what I thought.
hillbillies or, you know, rednecks or whatever. But up north of us, they always say north of the Mason-Dixon line. I don't know why, but anyway, those are Yankees or Northerners.
Now, you see, I thought that because I didn't know anything about American history, so I'm holding my hands up to that. But I learned everything I know from Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
So I know about the Southern and the Northern divide. That's all I know.
Yeah. That's it. So if like an uneducated, I want to say, quote unquote, Southerner heard you call them a Yank, it would make them angry.
Oh well, I'll not call anybody. But it was only because of the war that we called them Yanks.
Yeah.
Because they're over here, overpaid and oversexed.
Well, see, that's the same thing here. They're Yanks.
Oh,
But
hello, Rich.
I don't think you guys have ever offended anyone calling us all Yanks. I knew it. I learned it a long time ago. I don't know if I was watching British television or something, and I picked up on it. I'm like, oh, they call us all that, you know. So I've known my whole life.
Yeah. Well, it's like Americans seem to think we all live in London.
Yeah.
It's like, whereabouts in the country are you through the fog?
I'm London.
Oh, God, another one.
I mean, I prefer to call it Kent, really, but we are on the borders. So
that's even worse. That's 3 of you that are down there. 4.
We're taking over.
I'll have to get somebody up here on this side. Oh no, Kerry's up this way. No, Kerry's down that way. Oh God. Is Rich?
Terry?
Hello, Rich. Are you UK? Hello, Rich.
Yeah, he is UK. He's my friend. I told him to come online.
Oh, fabulous! Thank you very much.
So I'm afraid he's from London as well.
Oh.
Thank you for the compliment, though. I'll take it.
Yeah, but have you heard our comments on Hen's streams about Northerners and Southerners through the fog?
No, not really. I haven't. I haven't been on too many of them. I keep missing them.
Well, there's a battle going on.
Oh, is there?
Well, yeah, because I keep telling you lot how to speak properly.
We know how to speak properly because we speak the Queen's English.
You really don't speak the Queen's English.
No, I really don't.
Which is what I keep saying to them 3 who are usually on Hen's group. But then I don't speak proper Scouse either, because there's certain words that I'll say that'll make people go, I thought you were Scouse. Like, no.
Where I live, it's not the nicest area, but we've got what we call the Cray accent, which is sort of, I don't know, it's almost London accent, but with a twang of traveller. It's lovely where I live. Really nice.
It's lovely where I live too.
Yeah, I live right on the edge of the west side. All kinds of stuff goes on across the street. just put it this way: when it's 4th of July, our Independence Day, and that's the time when everybody has fireworks, you
Yeah.
really don't know if it's actual fireworks or gunshots.
You see now, no, we're not going down that road, Fanta. We'll skip over that.
Actually, quite the same here. Even though we're not supposed to have those here, but they quite often get found.
Yeah, found and yeah, no. Well, we had
Oh.
that I put on Instagram. That was literally my next door neighbour that sent that firework up. That was from my back garden, and in the front, which is on a side street. I live on a corner, so I've got a big corner of concrete. If you don't know what I mean, paved corner sort of thing. And they put those 100-shot or 50-shot cannons in the middle of the street, and they just set them off. And you're just like, oh my God, that's cost you 200, 300 quid.
Mm-hmm.
Just might as well just burn money.
Yeah, but if you say that to them, they look at you like, oh, you pooper, you party pooper. Well, it's only a firework. Well, no, actually, it's 300 quid. You're just showing off.
Yeah. Actually, my son's friend got hit by a firework in Diwali in Canada this week. So,
oh no,
she's okay, but it's still not good. I really don't like fireworks.
Hello, Mandy.
Hey, Mandy.
Hi, Mandy.
How do
I
I
know
only
that
have 3 watching?
I'm not on my other phone. I don't have YouTube pulled up.
It's got 3 watching. That's all I've got.
Oh, right. Okay. Never mind.
But I don't know if that includes us who's on the panel now, whether we're still included in that or whether you've got 3 others.
Well, I'm not included. I'm running it, but because it's my stream, I'm not included. Because we figured that one out the other day on Hen's stream.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
So-
because I don't have my other phone with YouTube pulled up.
But it's going well for my first one, so thank you very much, ladies, for being
It's been
here.
really fun.
Yeah.
Straight away. Especially, I do apologise through the fog, but I've got to give special thanks to Fanta for setting her alarm clock and waking up.
Oh, gosh, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't want to miss it.
So has anyone in the chat got a photograph that they can think of that they could describe that brings up, evokes some kind of memory of some description, whether it's just a little snapshot of a dog or a flower or I don't know, something simple that you just... It's very difficult reading the chat and having a conversation, isn't it?
Yes. That's why I go quiet on mine, because I'm looking at the other phone. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's why I can't see StreamYard's chat. It's just too blurry for me. I can't see it at all. That's why I've got it up on my phone, so at least I've got some indication of what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna close that down, and I'm going to go into there. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
I'm just going to try and send a photo, actually, to your Instagram, if I can. I don't know.
Okay.
God, I used to be so technically minded, but now everything is so gadgety, I can't even think.
It's also called brain fog.
That could be it as well. Hence the name Through the Fog.
Well, yeah. I I I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia about 30 years ago. But back then it was a catch-all of we don't really know what's wrong.
Yeah.
So that we just call it fibromyalgia. But
Yeah, I think it's becoming a bit more known, isn't it? Even if they don't know, what it is really. But oh, this is such a bad picture. It's not going to come out.
I've since been diagnosed with. I've got no thyroid. I had to have my thyroid killed off,
Yeah.
and I've got chronic fatigue stroke ME.
Yeah. Well, I'm undiagnosed with that, but I think with the fibromyalgia diagnosis, they just well, in fact, I labeled myself because they did all the tests and everything was coming back negative. Both the neurologist and the rheumatologist agreed there was definitely not normal, but they couldn't sort of put a label on it. And I said, well, I've been looking up fibromyalgia. Do you think it could be that? And they both went, yeah, we'll put that. So that was my diagnosis. But I suffer more definitely with the chronic fatigue side of things. And so I think that is undiagnosed. But my rheumatologist now is talking about something called FND, functional neurological disorder. And she put me through to all these websites because they're not epileptic fits as such. And I've been tested for epilepsy, but I get sort of almost mini blackouts. They only last sort of a few seconds.
Like petit mal.
Yeah, that's the one.
Petit mal.
But all the tests for epilepsy come back clear. So that is actually part of FND, functional neurological disorder. But also so much I've got perfect vision, except for reading, but then I'm old. But I have visual problems and a lot of sensory issues. So that might be all connected to that. So I'm looking into that. But that was the rheumatologist that mentioned that. Not the rheumatologist, but it has to be diagnosed by a neurologist. So I can't be bothered with it all, to be honest. I just take each day as each day comes. I can't be worrying about these things.
Well, no. I've not ridden my motorbike for 2 years, and it's kind of getting me down. But it's also because I had a shoulder injury and a knee problem. Have you sent me a picture?
Yeah, I did. I don't know if you'd be able to bring it up. I mean, it's a bad picture because I literally just took it with my phone and I haven't edited it or anything. But
well, I'm just looking for.
We want to talk about pictures. I found it in my box and it made me remember good days.
I don't think I've got it. Oh, hang on.
Well, don't worry.
Yes, I have. Right. Accept.
I don't know how well it came out.
Right, I'm going to have to do this the weird way because you sent it on story.
Oh, have I?
You've not sent it in a message. You've posted it as a story to me.
Oh God, I do not understand Instagram.
No, don't worry. Don't worry.
I set up Instagram purely when I set up my YouTube channel so that I could sort of kind of put things out there, but I do not understand it at all.
Did you decide to go for a wander, Fanta?
Oops.
Oops. Right, it's your age through the fog. And Mandy, unfortunately, when my mum moved, she took our family photos, so I don't have any photos from my childhood, apart from some school photos that my dad's mum and dad had.
Oh, that's a shame.
I've sent you a pic on Twitter. Right, so let's see. Right, I'm gonna I'm gonna start my cam.
I didn't have Instagram or Twitter until I had the YouTube channel, and yeah, I just don't understand any of it. I've never really been interested in social media.
I used to always be on Facebook every day, all day. And then I got into YouTube, and now you'll see on my Facebook where I've shared, it's just tug videos.
You know, it was his videos that kept popping up that got me looking at the Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw it. Sorry, I'm not going to really talk about it, but I saw it years ago when the Sun first posted the article, and I just sort of dismissed it and thought that's rubbish, and didn't think any more of it until I saw these things coming up. Crazy. Yeah. Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
Are you going to rescue me, Mandy?
No. Your mum is technically challenged, if not worse.
Hey, Mandy.
Morning. Sorry, I had a lay-in.
Hi, Laura.
Technically challenged that have confused TJ now.
Right.
You see, look, I can't even get my flipping avatar to show the right bloody thing at the minute. Anyhow.
Right,
I don't know why, but it went back to flipping Halloween. So when I logged into StreamYard, I was a demon headmaster. I changed my name. I couldn't change the bloody picture. Done it now.
I've already knocked myself out of the stream once.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, yay! Hey, I'm getting good at this.
Hey.
So, Mandy, explain your picture.
Okay, so this was a picture from our carnival in obviously 1983. The person sat in the pram is actually my dad.
Lovely.
And the man next to him is one of his best friends. But it just takes me back. And the reason why I found this picture, actually, it's from one of our local newspapers. It takes me back to a time, you know, I was, 10 years old at the time. And didn't have a care in the world. But we used to do these carnivals every year, and we used to have so much fun doing them. We used to put a lot of hard work into them. This particular year, I was actually, for the UK viewers, Aunt Sally.
From Wurzel
Gummidge. Yeah, so although there is a picture, but as I said earlier on, unfortunately, when my mum moved without telling us, she took all of my family photos with her. So I don't have any photos of my childhood or anything, but there are photos that we did have of us that particular year. The theme this year was like all children's programs. It was all children's. It was all related to children, yeah.
The picture, the year, not this year, but
the
year the picture was took, right?
Yeah. So I mean, you can't really see because it's sort of cut it off at the back, but the bit behind them was it's like a is a board, and we had at the top of there is Zippy, George, and Bungle for Rainbow. And we actually had the year before we did the Wizard of Oz, and we actually made a rainbow for the Wizard of Oz, and it went from the front of the cab to the back of the lorry, and it was made from crepe paper flowers, and there was thousands of these flowers. It took us so long to make these flowers, and the base was chicken wire. And so we made. So I remember standing in Archie, the guy with the beard, his back garden. He had a nice long garden with a nice long washing line. So we had the chicken wire over his washing line, and we had to put individual flowers on this chicken wire. And it took us ages to do it, but it looked amazing when we'd done it. And so we kept a little bit of it. And again, you can't see it, but we had that over the top of there as well. The cab, where the driver sat in the lorry was the play school house. And then we had there was a washing line in the middle that was a magic roundabout. I think my brother went as Superman that year for whatever reason. Oh, we've lost TJ.
Uh-oh. It's our channel now.
I was in the May Queen, and we used to always have to decorate the floats.
Yeah.
Pink and white crepe flowers.
Yeah, I mean, we had there were thousands of them. Honestly, it took us. I mean, but we used to take it really seriously. You know, we had our community association. I mean, it was when I moved. It was my parents. They built their first house when I was 4, and it was a brand new estate. And you know, I knew everybody growing up. They built this estate right on the outskirts of town. And we were like our own little village, if you like, because we were so far away from everybody else. I mean, to walk to even the nearest shop to go and get some sweets or something, it was about a 3-mile walk. And so there was a whole group of kids that I grew up with that, you know, were roughly all around either my age or my brother's age. So they were slightly, 2-3 years older than me. And we all grew up together, and it was fantastic. And it was just, that picture sort of takes me right back to that time when, I didn't have a care in the world, to be perfectly honest. Growing up where I was, I had a fantastic childhood, and it's like pictures like that is what, it can instantly take you back to that time.
Yeah, it was such a nice time, wasn't it? I mean, was it because we were just young? I don't know, but they don't do that something anymore. I don't know. I haven't seen a carnival or anything in years, and there used to always be one going down.
Well, this is it. I mean, we still have a carnival here, but I mean, back in those days, I mean, we used to have a certain street, and we've got like a main street that goes into the town. Well, one of the main streets that goes into the town that has like streets coming off of it. And all the floats used to have to queue up in these off streets.
And then they'd all come out.
And then they'd all go out. But I mean, now, as I said, we still have a carnival, but I mean, the amount of floats, I mean, we still have obviously carnival queens and stuff. But to be honest, there's more carnival queens than there is floats. Because we'll have the carnival courts from all around, the neighbouring places. I mean, it's lovely and all that, but we don't have that many floats anymore. No. And it's such a shame because, the carnival parade used to last for ages.
And it's a community thing. We don't have the same communities as we used to, do we?
No, As I said, we moved into that house when I was 4, and I remember because we moved in. It was in the summertime that we moved, and they were just doing the carnival was just coming up when we moved, and so obviously they'd already sorted out the everything. But I remember the first year we actually walked behind the float. I can't even remember what I went as, but my mum and dad quickly made up some costumes. And we just sort of walked behind the float the first year because we'd only literally just moved in. But as I said, we had a community. We got this old, it was an old play group. And it was basically 4 porta cabins all put together. And we used that as our base for our community association. And that's what we used to use to try and raise some money. So we wanted to get a brick built one. That never happened because I think time went on and people moved away and stuff, and it just kind of got forgot, I think. And it's such a shame, it really is, because it was really a really tight knit community I lived in. And as I said, that picture just took me straight back to then. Happier times.
Right. What am I doing? I'm sharing. I found your picture through the fog. Oh, we have another one. Hello, KDK. Thank you for popping in. Hope you enjoy and stay a while. Share screen.
Hi, KK.
Ooh. No, it's not there. Oh, but you know what?
Oh, never mind. It really doesn't matter.
It does. That's the whole point of this stream.
Well, yeah. The whole point of the stream, you said, was to make people smile. Well, I'm smiling, and I've got my big box of photos here that I'm quite happily going through. So, it doesn't matter if I don't get to talk about it.
Well, as I say, that is the whole point. You're now going through boxes of photographs, and you're now going, oh, remember that, and remember that, and which is good, isn't it? But I think we're getting there. I think I might have done this. I might be. Right. Right, so we do that. And then 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 we do that. Yep, there we go.
Hey.
Okay, so it's not such an old photo as it looks, but this is my son when he was 4 years old, and it's Christmas. And the reason I like this picture is because if you can see that great big smile with the dimples, he used to have that plastered on his face 24/7. He's on the autistic spectrum, high functioning autistic spectrum. And this Christmas he'd watched the Polar Express, and all he wanted for Christmas was a bell. So that's not all he got for Christmas, but that is what he got for Christmas. But the reason I like this picture is because he started school in the January. This is Christmas, so in the January, and he lost that smile completely. He's now 20 with quite severe depression and anxiety. He doesn't leave the house or even his bedroom. But to look back at this picture and see that smile that I know is still inside him, it just really makes me smile.
It makes you all warm and fuzzy, doesn't
It
it?
makes you all warm and fuzzy because through all his difficulties, I know that little 4-year-old is still in there somewhere. We just got to try and break it back out. But he did, yeah, school just really messed him up completely. So it just got worse and worse over the years. And then we got him into special school and we almost got that smile back for a while. But then he had to go to mainstream college and that basically finished him off. So
I wonder what would happen if you got him another bell.
I was just thinking that.
maybe I should.
See
This
if you
year.
can
Yeah.
find a big bell like that. A nice big bell with. Is that holly leaves on the top of it? Is it?
I think it's just a ribbon where I tied it onto the tree. I think I tied it onto the tree and with a note with it, if I remember correctly.
My grandson loved Polar Express, and I got him an actual, Polar Express train, and it came with the bell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe do that.
Yeah, I might do.
It's worth a try.
Even if I get that smile back for just 30 seconds, that's, all I can ask these days, but bless him.
Well, I mean, that's why all through last year, we'll ignore what it's called, but all through last year, I'm creative, you've obviously all seen, and I was like, something was said on Facebook about the Muppets and how they make people laugh and things like that. And a lot of the memes had Muppets in them. And I thought, I can make a puppet. I'll make a puppet. I'll do a flipping song or something. And I got a lot of feedback. I mean, my Facebook's closed to everybody except my friends and family. So they are going to be nice to me, aren't they? Even my own sons went, "That's good, Mum." eyes wide open. Yeah, okay. Shall we phone the funny farm now? But I did these videos, and I must have done. I think I've done about 300 of them. I mean, they're not the best quality to put up, but I did them, and I'd ask people, "What song do you want me to do?" And I was getting some really strange ones. Bohemian Rhapsody was hilarious, I tell you, because there's 4 singing that song, and I've only got 2 hands. I was actually contemplating putting 2 on my feet as well and just having them in the background somewhere, but no. But they made people smile, they made people laugh, and friends were phoning me up and said, "Oh, that was amazing. Can you do this one? And how did you make it? Can you do this?" But just the thought that somewhere in the world I've made someone smile, even as you say, for 30 seconds. Then I've done my job for the day.
Before I knew you, through being on panel and chats and stuff, I just barely knew you through chats. And then around Chris's anniversary dates, I go on Instagram, and TJ has made a video for me of one of her puppets singing one of his songs, and I just broke down. But it was happy tears, TJ. Happy tears, I promise. Because she's like, "Oh no, I didn't mean to make you cry." And I'm like, "But it's happy tears." Because nobody else has ever thought to do that for me, and it was amazing. That's like one of my best memories from the interwebs.
The interwebs. But it's videos, and nowadays it's videos and photographs, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you can make someone smile, you can make someone smile, and I hope I've made everyone smile on here today.
Well, you have.
Yeah, you definitely have.
I might even do it again.
Ooh, look at you getting all pro.
Oh my God, you should have seen me yesterday though. Oh, and it was live as well.
It
I did
was,
try and
it
watch it
was
back, but I couldn't.
No. I might share it backstream one day.
I was there.
Oh God, there's evidence. Oh, Snazzy was there as well, wasn't she? Oh,
Yeah.
I wish I'd seen it.
oh, you don't.
When I was practicing for my first lives, I was just literally putting it on, and I thought it was private and nobody joined. But later on, I realized that it was actually on my channel to view, and I got something like 4 or 5 views. I was horrified because I'm not even looking back at it. I have no idea what I was doing. I was probably just sat pulling faces at the camera. Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Have you made it private now? Have you?
No, I've deleted it. It's gone.
You see, now I haven't, because I'm going to go back and look at that and go, right, let's see what a complete nut of noodle you were. And I am going to laugh at it because it's just Hen trying to explain to me while I'm in a complete another tis was, and I'm going, I don't think I actually said, oh shit, there's Fanta's there and Snazzy's there, and oh my God, and the swear words that were just like
Okay.
streaming. It was like,
You have to put it up.
no. Mind you, I might get shitloads of views, mightn't I?
Yeah,
You probably will.
that'd be the one that goes viral.
Yeah.
I've got more likes on that one than I did
Yeah.
on any of my others.
I just know I saw in our chat, in our DMs, Hen Scott in all caps, send me the link.
Hello, help! Fucking hell. Oh well, everybody's laughed this morning. Same experience. Accidentally posted a video and I was horrified when I received comments. I deleted all. Oh, Laura.
Aw.
Oh well, at least we're all, as Fanta said to me, we're all learning. We're all learning here.
Yep. You're
Especially-
doing way better than me. Everything I do is on my phone because my laptop it'll come on, but it could just go off at any second. So I do everything from my phone. I can't share pictures or anything. So you're doing way better than me.
Well, in front of me, I have a computer screen, a monitor for my desktop, and I also have a laptop. The laptop's what I have all my my desktop isn't powerful enough. It's a really, really old one, so my laptop is acting as my desktop. I've got a separate keyboard which is Bluetoothed, so that I can sit back because of my problems. So that I can sit comfortably with a keyboard and a mouse and my phone. So it looks like, those almost like, those scenes in movies where there's like 30 screens in front of them and they wheel across to another keyboard there. It's getting to that point.
You're pulling a cherry is what you're doing. That's how I picture her in this big room with like 15 monitors and just wheeling back and forth, sort of like Minority Report. You know how they can move things on that glass.
Yeah. I picture that. Although I picture it as a security corps watching all the cameras in train stations in London. Those little tiny monitors that they've got to watch with all the security cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
What's going on that screen? Oh, I'll have to pop into that stream. What's on there? No, I'll pop into that stream. Oh, I'll pop into that stream. Pop into that stream. Pop into
I
that.
bet it amazes me because we're saying she's like, oh, I'm at work. And you're like, How are you doing all that from? Because she's obviously on a phone.
No, she
Yeah.
works at Security Corps and she's hacked them all.
No, she'll say things like, "I've got to go back in now" or something, and you're like, "What? Oh God, I can barely even join the stream on my phone. I can't do anything else." I mean, it was only Margot that told me how to see the chat. In fact, actually, originally I used to log in, but I could never see the chat, and it used to frustrate the hell out of me. And it's because I used to go on Google. I never even had an account. And it was my son that said, "Mum, you have to have an account," and all this stuff. And I was like, "Huh? Oh, okay. Oh, all right."
And the little light bulb went on. Ooh.
Oh dear. It was a bit similar thing with from an Instagram. I mean, the only reason I got Instagram was because Gary Barlow was doing Instagram live things, and I kept missing them.
Oh. I
'Cause
mean,
didn't know how to work it.
the only reason I've got a YouTube is because somebody on my Facebook said put them on YouTube. And then somebody said you can't put them on YouTube because they won't show them because of the music. Go on to TikTok. So they all went on to TikTok, but then they were getting muted. The music was getting muted. So every video I was putting up, Warner Brothers was going, they've made a claim on this. They've made a claim on. So what's the point of doing a music puppet video?
Yeah.
If there's no music. So I left that. And then somebody said, well, if you put so if it was a Pink video, if I put down in the comments that it's Pink and it's hers and all this, then they let you play it, but you're not going to get monetized. I'm like, I don't need to get monetized. I'm only doing it to make people smile.
Yeah.
So I was like, yep, that works. They're going up.
Well, that's good then.
And then I found you lot. God.
It's a whole new world.
It is. Rich got Instagram when it was just a photo app before it was social media. Oh,
I never understood it all.
I can't be doing with all this. You've at this and at that, at the other. Hashtag this, that, the other. You'd spend 3 days hashtagging all the people that you need to hashtag.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I still don't I don't get Twitter either, really, to be honest. I mean, I'll go on there, but I don't post anything. Makes me laugh. I've got 70 odd followers, and I was like, I don't know what they're following me for. They're going to be very disappointed.
Well,
I retweet a lot.
I only went on Twitter just because we couldn't get hold of Hen, could we?
No. I mean, I go on and I'll look at Twitter, but I don't post anything. I mean, if there's something that I feel strongly enough to comment about, then I might comment on something, but I never get up in the morning and think, right, I'm going to tweet today.
Why not?
Because I'm boring. I mean, that's again another reason I don't have a YouTube channel. Trust me, I live in a very boring life. And nobody needs to know what I'm doing because I don't do anything. I get up, I go to work. I'm not creative. I can't make things. That's just not me. I used to think that I was quite good with technology and things. I used to be pretty good. But the one machine that was always evaded me was a sewing machine.
I never opened YouTube until, this is Laura, I never opened YouTube until the beginning of lockdown last year. I don't remember how I found this community, but I'm very happy. Oh, I'm so glad you are happy and found
I'm
us.
happy you found us as well, Laura.
Yeah.
I always look forward to seeing your name pop up because you always have a nice hello for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We love Laura.
Laura's another one who goes everywhere and anywhere, isn't she? Really?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. She's she and I are both mods in Tugs on his channel.
Yeah,
She's
see,
always
Tugs
in
is
there.
awkward for us because he always goes on really late. And obviously with the live streams, he takes them down. So I have to wait till Chrono uploads them to be able to look back. But then, of
Yeah,
course, you can't see the chat.
no.
Well, I've managed to catch a Tug stream, and the stream is just flying past.
Yeah.
So I just literally go, "Hi all, I'm here." And if I
I mean,
catch something, I'll go blah 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 blah.
I have caught a couple, you know, like at the beginning maybe. 'Cause sometimes he go on about 11:30 or something like that. And I might stay sort of half an hour. But it's always difficult with Tugs.
Yeah, I try to catch, like, people will be talking to me in chat or you know, saying hi to me, and I try to catch them all. I'll be going back and up and everything, because if you don't tag me and then spell it with the capital F and then the rest of it, it won't highlight. And then people say Fanta, and I'm like, oh. And that's when I'll come back after a little while and go, I'm so sorry if I missed anybody, because it's like it's moving fast. And
I don't know how you keep up with it, Fanta, because once you come in, everybody knows you. I mean, I get
yeah,
a few standard people that say hello to me, and I'll try and preempt it. But sometimes I'll go in and I'll get random people, hi, hi, hi. And I'm like, oh God, I can't keep up on my phone. I'm trying to type it and I can't spell people's names. And
I
I'm just
can't
like,
type
oh
it.
God.
It sounds awful, but that is why I say hello all,
Yeah,
and
likewise.
then later on I'll put hello to those who've coming in, because I literally can't read the chat quick enough.
Yeah.
So it's like, hello all. I'm not being so. If anyone's listening to this, I'm not being ignorant. I just can't read the
You
chat.
can't keep up with it. I mean, that's why a lot of the time I don't even say it. I will log into Tugs, as I said at the beginning, but nobody will know I'm there because it's not even worth it. Because I can't, it's just gone. Oh dear Lord.
But if like for example, if you were to say, if Mandy, if you were to say hi TJ, by the time I'm typed a reply,
Yeah.
there's 600 conversations gone past.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, oops.
I've been yesterday. I've talked about Ricada from Ricada Law. He's the lawyer that does commentary over lawsuits and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's covering a big high profile case here in America right now, Kyle Rittenhouse. He had over 11,000 viewers, and the chat was 11,000 strong, and there was no way. I just turned it off. not the stream, just the chat. I was like, this is hurting my head. It was just, and he doesn't slow it down. So it's just pop, 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 with, you know, comments. I was like, oh my gosh, how are his mods keeping up?
Yeah, it's the same with Popcorn Planet, when he was covering that Gabby Petito stuff. He was getting quite a few thousand in there. And I was listening, but I wasn't in the chat because it was, even though he did slow it down a bit and he put it as subscribers only.
Yeah.
But it was just going zum, 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 zum. You're just halfway through reading a sentence and it just jumps and you never find it again. And you're like, oh, give up. Just give up.
Yeah, just give up.
No.
I'm going to take this opportunity while you're gabbing away to run and go and get a drink of tea, something, because the stress has made my mouth go dead dry. So
okay.
I'll be right back.
Through the fog, that's cool that Rob has helped you so much. He's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he's such a nice guy. I mean, obviously, I don't know him from anybody, but he's the one that sort of always, I don't know, there's something about his streams where he calls it a community and a family, and it just makes you feel that way.
Mhm.
And I just thought, you know what, I want to do something like that. And so I sort of just messaged him with some questions, but he always got back. And, you know, he mentions everybody, doesn't he, when you come in? It's like, oh, don't
Mhm.
forget they've got a channel. And it's just very supportive. And I like that.
Yeah.
Laura
It's
said,
just-
I'm in love with E-Hacker, but this is a secret.
Oh, Laura. It's a
Well, they
safe
tease me
space.
over Tug all the time. I don't drool over Tug.
No, you
It's an
fangirl over
intellectual
Tug.
drool. It's not.
Yeah, you fangirl over Tug. You drool
I am
over
the
Daft
biggest.
News.
I'm the biggest fan. Now I drew Darth. Whew.
So I said she fangirls over Tug. She's a big fan, but I don't think there's that but with Daft News, yeah. As
Yeah,
Hen likes
It's
to
like
say, it makes
mystery
them
about
moist.
Darth, isn't it? You just
We won't tell anyone, Laura. Safe here. We won't tell anyone.
Rob called me out. I couldn't believe it. Last time Darth was on his stream, he's like, "Here's your biggest fan."
I
What?
remember that.
And it's all because of Hen, because she did the first one, put in all caps that, does he make you drool or just make you moist? And I was like, oh my God. No. Then Rob started. I was like, Hen.
No,
KK
I mean, to be
said,
honest, sorry.
go ahead. No. Go ahead.
I was going to say that, as the community started building, there was more and more creators that were getting pulled in. And it was getting really stressful to try and keep up with everybody. And I mean,
all
like
the
now,
different creators.
Yeah, like all the different streams and stuff, and it was just like, I mean, one of the worst days was was it the appeal or was it the actual result of the trial, the UK trial?
Both.
It was one of them days. Yeah, it was, but of course everybody was trying to cover it, and then you get to this point where you're like, well, what creator am I going to follow? And I had like my phone on one, and then I had my screen on another, and I was like, ah! And it just like, oh dear.
Yeah, that's the day I didn't get my notification for Tug.
Really?
I was so upset. Because that's where I'm going to go first.
This is a smiling stream. We don't talk about little things that may upset people.
No, we just say, I mean, have you read Laura? I'm going to out Laura now. She's admitted that she's in love with E-Hacker.
But it's a secret.
It's a secret between us. It's just
I'll
a secret between us.
I'll have to edit this part of the stream before.
Yeah.
Oh no, we are live. Oh dear.
It's all right. There's only 6 of us now. It's fine. So we were just saying about Fanta. I said she fangirls over Tug, but Daft News.
He's hot. I'm just going to go and say he's hot.
I fangirl over Hen. I'll have to admit it. Only because she's not here and she's in work.
We all love Hen. Everybody loves Hen, don't they? Let's all put some love in the chat for Hen.
Oh, can we? Because I got my other phone on now. Oh, here we go.
You do whatever you want, as long as it makes you happy. This is the title of my channel is to make people smile. So off you go, enjoy yourselves. if you feel you need to.
Happy birthday, Hen.
Oh, is it her
nice.
birthday today?
No, it's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. I knew it was coming up.
But I wasn't sure when she'll watch this stream back.
She's probably in the car park with a fag watching it now and can't get on.
What time is she streaming tomorrow?
I'm not sure. It's work related, isn't it? So if she's on a late, it'll be like 9:30. But if she's on it early, it's around about 8 o'clock. So
Well, she was hoping to be off, wasn't she? But I don't know whether.
we still haven't had clarification. I was speaking to her yesterday, and
Yeah.
she still doesn't know. It's terrible, that, isn't it?
It's really
That
bad.
is really bad.
Because I'm
Yeah.
streaming at 8, but I'll come off early and then send everybody over there.
Mm.
Well, that'd be amazing. Thank you. And
Well, I
we'll
won't have it. It'll only be about 4 people, but every little helps.
Oh, exactly.
and we'll pop into you if Hen's doing late. We'll
Yeah.
pop onto yours. How's that?
Yeah, well, don't worry. If she's on at 8, I'll understand. I'll do mine and come over, like I say, when it ends.
So, talking about things that make you happy and photographs, I'm going to share this because this is what makes me happy. There you go.
Like,
That's me. If anybody's not sure, that's me on that bike there.
Somehow I knew we'd be seeing a picture of your bike.
Whatever gave you that idea, you must be psychic.
I don't know.
Then you must have the gift, Fanta. You must have a gift.
Oh, yeah.
So that was. I'd asked my friend who rides a smaller bike, a 650. That's a 900. My friend rides a 650, and I said, "Will you put my GoPro on your bike because I want to know what I look like when I'm riding my bike." So he went, "Oh well, yeah, that'll be all right." Because do I do burnouts on it? No, I don't. Listen to the rest of the story. Because I barely go over 30 miles an hour. I might touch 40, possibly, while they're all doing 60s, 70s, and whatever's on roads that they shouldn't be doing 70s. I'm just bimbling behind them, I'm enjoying the scenery and all this. So he goes, "Oh, well, that won't be too hard to keep up with you." Yeah. Well, there's a road between Liverpool and Southport, and it's called the Formby Bypass. And it is a 70-mile-an-hour road. I can't admit to this, but apparently, I don't know because my speedo wasn't working on the day, and no one else can corroborate it. 100 mile an hour was clocked, and he had difficulty keeping up with me. But I'd had 3 bikes before this. I'd had my little 450, my 650. Oh no, my 600, and then I had an 1100, which was a cruiser, a big heavy beast of a bike. And then I got this one, and it just fits me so well. It's just so comfortable. I can stretch my legs out, which helps my knees and my back. And it was just it's made for me. So I'm feeling comfortable. It was October, the last couple of days of the year. And I get on the Formby Bypass, and I'm sat behind it. I'm going to put the video up because I've asked them if I can, and they've all said yes. And I'm sat behind this 4x4, and he's to the side of me, and he's like, "This is a good shot because the camera where the position is, I can see her there. Yeah, this is okay." And then he sees me the traffic goes past, and he sees me indicating. And later on, he actually said to me, "I just saw you indicate. Look behind." And I thought, "Fuck, she's gonna go for it." And you did, and I made up. But because I don't like being on my own, and the lads I ride with know I'm uncomfortable if I'm on my own. One of the other lads literally flew up, so he must have been doing more than a ton to catch up with me, and he stayed near me all the way. But yeah, it was a good day, a good memory, and that's me going, "Hi, I'm here." I took a screenshot out of that video. So yeah, there's a little bit of a rebel in me occasionally. Yeah, Kawasaki Ninjas. No, they're
Crotch
pocket.
rocket.
Yeah, pocket rockets. You have to hug them everywhere you go, and they're not comfortable, especially not when you've got problems physically. But this is a sit up, and I'm in that position riding. I just have to lift my feet up, and I'm away.
Mm-hmm.
So right, I am going to end this stream because we've been going far too long. Unless people want to stay, because we've been going for 98 minutes. I'm happy to stay on if you're happy to stay on, but apparently you only get two hours if you haven't bought the extra package. Is that true?
No.
Oh, okay then.
You get 20 per month.
20 hours?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, well, that's me set for day then. I'll stay here then. Shall I try and beat Hen's record? Just leave it streaming all day and see who pops in and out.
We'll just take naps and shifts.
That's an idea, right? Yeah, you go for 10 minutes. I'll have a kip. Your turn. No, I'm going to close it down because you need to go to bed, Fanta.
I've got to get my shopping done.
You've got to get your shopping done. I've got to go and feed the dog, and well, mind you, he's fast asleep on the couch at the moment. He hasn't had much sleep over the last couple of days.
Oh, bless him.
I've just made coffee now.
Well, you can go and enjoy your coffee. Thank you, Laura. Laura's got to go and do work. Oh, I'm sorry, Laura. So I am going to say goodbye and thank you ever so much for everyone who's contributed and been on stream and helped me through this. I really,
Thanks
really do.
for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
me. It's been great fun.
It has.
Thank you, and I will see you all again soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.